Okay, so this is I Got Questions and I Need Answers TV, where I basically talk about all things film and TV related. Like, I love entertainment. I love watching new shows, and I love going to the movies. Um, and basically today, what I wanted to talk about was the most recent film that I seen, which was the movie Nope. It was written and directed by Jordan Peele. I actually seen it twice just so like I can kind of get an understanding of like what was actually going on, because Jordan Peele likes to make movies to where like you have to like it's almost like mandatory for you to go back and actually watch it so you can know what's going on. And so that's what I had to do. Screw me. So that's what I had to do was go back and watch it and actually like get a real clear understanding of what was actually going on in this movie. So I got this notebook right here, just so I can have like my thoughts together, and so I can kind of like stay on track or like on topic. So like if you haven't seen the film, I have a synopsis written down, and the synopsis is basically like a shorter version of a summary. If you get what I'm saying. So it's a shorter version of a summary, and it says a neo-western science fiction horror film about two siblings running a horse ranch in California discover something wonderful and sinister in the skies above, while the owner of an adjacent theme park tries to profit from the mysterious otherworldly phenomenon. And it stars Daniel Kaluuya, Kiki Palmer, Michael Wincott, and Brandon Perea. I hope I said that right, and Stephen Young. And if I'm cutting it out. But Daniel Kaluuya is really like one of my favorite actors like ever, and like I always like tell my friends, I'm like, that man is fine, cause he is. That is a fine man, y'all. Okay, like that man is, whew, Jesus. But just to like get back into it, I wrote down some of like my takeaways or like kind of just like my opinions on the movie itself. But the first, like one of the first ones that one of the first ones that I've noticed, the first thing that I like when I went back and rewatched the film was that I noticed the owner of the theme park. I can't actually remember the name that he had, but it was played by Stephen Young. I know that for sure. And the thing was, he was basically, in my opinion, sacrificing the horses. And that's how, because it wasn't a UFO. I still don't know what it was, y'all. Like, I still don't know what that thing was. Like, that thing that unraveled and some more stuff. Like, I don't know what actually the thing was that was, terrorizing these folks. And, but basically, the owner of the theme park was sacrificing the horses that he had bought from OJ, right? And that's how the thing was getting fed. And when he bought Lucky, if y'all actually like watched the movie, Lucky was the black horse. And when he bought that black horse and he was trying to feed it to that thing, Lucky was like, babes, no. Lucky was not going, because he knew better. He knew better. But like that was the thing, and I think that's why the thing got so mad, because the horse just wasn't going. And then like the thing, because I don't know what it is, y'all. I'm gonna just call it the thing. Babes, that thing came and swallowed everybody up that was in that theme park. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna show you something. But guess what? Lucky was still protected, because Lucky said, no, babes, I done seen it. So like that was one of my takeaways. Another one was, I love the fact that the film was a horror story, like a science fiction western horror story, but it was also a love story, but a different type of love story about siblings. And I can relate to that, like kind of being distant with like your sibling, because like I think you can kind of tell like in the film that the brother and the sister, OJ and Emerald, they weren't as close as they were in the beginning. Well, they weren't as close as they were in the end rather than the beginning, because they were kind of more distant in the beginning. And you know, I can kind of relate to that. I have 4 sisters and I had 2 brothers, and you know, we all got different like parents. So my 2 brothers, we have the same dad, and 2 of my sisters, we have the same dad, and my other 2 sisters, we have the same mom but different dads. So like, you know, I can kind of like understand like being distant from your sibling and stuff like that. And you know, not a lot of the times like you can get back that love from your sibling the way that they did, more towards the end. But you know, the love is definitely like still there. Like I still love them all, but it's just, you know, sometimes it just be like that, you know what I'm saying? And you just can't help that. But it's all love, you know. Let's see. Also with Emerald, I can kind of relate to her, because I don't feel like I am reliable when it comes to certain things. But she was definitely not reliable. Like, she done showed up late to the meeting to talk about the horses for the film that they were like shooting. She done showed up late, had that man stuttering up there by himself, and he was nervous. So I can really relate to her on that note. And you know, I feel like my some of my siblings would say the same thing, more towards like not being reliable years prior to now, but like now I can definitely say that on my end that has changed. Do you know what I mean? But another thing was, hold on. Okay. Another thing that, you know, I kind of noticed was how reluctant OJ was in the film. And, you know, he was kind of like scared for like the most part. When it actually came to like the actual thing, like facing it and stuff like that. But I think the beautiful thing that he did was he sacrificed himself for his sibling. And, you know, like for like the world, basically. Because if I can remember correctly, earlier, like not earlier, but like after, I want to say like more towards like the middle, he talked about how his dad sacrificed certain things to build the ranch that they had stayed on and that they owned. So he talked about sacrificing, and towards the end of the film, you can tell that that's what he was trying to do. You know, like that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to I don't know how to say it, but I just feel like that's what he was trying to do. He sacrificed himself for his sister, so she can be the one to still get the picture and the proof of that, like, this thing was real and it's not just something that you hear about. But overall, like, I think I would give the film about a 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it was really good. Like, cinematically great. Like, the look of the film was phenomenal. Like, that was a 10 out of 10 for the look. And, like, you know, story-wise and character-wise, like, I thought it was a really great film. But, you know, yeah, like, I give it an 8 out of 10. And so that was just some of the few things that I had got from the film. Tell me what y'all think.